Alright guys, you saw me take off the lawnmower deck and clean it and then remove this spindle. So now I am going to take the spindle apart. I don't want to buy the whole thing. It would be really expensive. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe I can change the bearing or whatever's making it sloppy inside. So I checked. This is a 15/16 nut. And I'm not gonna fight with it. I'm gonna just stick it in the vise and use my air tool here to get this off. Perfect. Now this is when I lay stuff out sequentially as they come off. Well, that's in two pieces, but we'll just lay that. See that? Oh, okay, there's a key there. Okay, well that looks bad. Oh! Alrighty. Get some light and some air. Look at that. Of course, that's supposed to be full of bearings, right? So can you imagine that it was even working as good as it was? So that was on there like that. Now this should just pull off too. Yeah. So now, sorry guys. I do that all the time, eh? I do have a press. I'm not sure if I should take this off, although this is a different piece than this, right? This is different than this. You can just hear that. I bet you there's a bearing on each side of that. Okay, well I'm going to just keep working on this. I'll come back when I've got a solution. Alright. So now we're going to try and take these nuts out of the hub. Good. So these are two different pieces. All right, so after considerable tapping, whoop, dropped my watch. I got the bearing hub off. Okay, so we're going to start stacking this up again. And that bearing is still on there, right? Yeah. So I think I'm going to set it in my press and just press this out and see how it goes. But the problem is this is so wide here, and it's all, well, I guess it's not one piece. But I'm going to start here and press this down to get this off. Alright guys, this is my homemade jack press. You've seen it before. And it's seconds as a, or not actually, it first as a bench grinder vise, or bench grinder stand. But right now we can still use it as a jack press. And I am trying to press this shaft out of this hub. I don't know if it's going to go or not. I got a socket on top of the shaft here. Something happened. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, it's coming off. See that? Look at all the crap coming out of there too, eh? I might just put it in the vise now and tap it the rest of the way. That was a fair amount of pressure holding on there, eh? It's Canadian. Get the small persuader. Hey, that's what we wanted to replace, right? Hey! Now I'm trying to just push the last bearing out of this hub, and I'm kind of at a loss whether to go from the top or the bottom, so I'm going to just try from the top quick and see how it goes. I don't know. Ah, yes. Maybe not. It did move. Alright, dudes, I'm trying to push the shaft out. That's the only way I can do it, I think. There we go. Look at that. Cool. That means I have to push the new bearing all the way onto there. Or maybe not. Wow, look at that, huh? That's been on there a long time. Let's just take this apart now and see what we got. Ah, okay, so now this goes onto there like that. And then we just push that bearing out and push the new bearing in. Wonderful! Okay, this should be easy now. I'm going to get a socket, a big socket. Okay. Can you guys see this? Now we're just going to press that big socket down and get that bearing out. Always afraid of breaking something, huh? When you're using pressure like that. 20 years of rust. Now this bearing should pop out now. There we go. Okay. Old bearing out. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is put the new bearing back into the same... Whoop, I just pushed this in with my fingers. There we go. We're going to press this in to here. I don't want to push on the inside of the bearing, right? Oop, no, that's too small. Old bearing. I don't have to worry about breaking it. There we go. Now, interesting part. Where'd the shaft go? Right here. So I cleaned this up. Looks real nice. And it goes over top like this, and this bearing has to be pushed onto there like that. Alright, I'm just using the existing collar to press the bearing, inside of the bearing onto this race here. We'll see if I'm successful. It's got a long ways to go. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. We'll do a close-up. Sorry for the shakies. Anyway, you're getting the idea. That's it. What's next? We're back to where we started, except we have a new bearing, right? Okay, tubes, I'm going to press this bearing onto the shaft, but I want this hub to line up with this hub at the same time. So I have to be very careful, and we're going to just get these two pieces all touching at the same time, right against there. So it should be on the bearing. Excuse me, I just have to get down here and have a look. Yes, that should work. It's not that much force to put it together because it hasn't rusted shut, eh? So here we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. It's tightened up. Yes, that's as far as it goes. And now we take these out and we put the cover on hub like that, like that. So I'm just going to pop these out of the vise. I can probably just use a small persuader here. And then this presses on. Again, we go this way. I know, that squeak, right? So far everything's still loose. Initially I was worried about these having to be in there right away. Okay, this is when everything's good. Hey, how about that? That's it. I'll call you when I get back. I'm going to press each, what do you call it, each stud into the holes here, and I think they go down this way. So. Alright guys, I'm just pressing the last of these studs in. I'm just going as far as I can with this, and then we'll suck them up with the washers and nuts. Okay, so now I have the blade adapter on. The drive pulley for the last of the spindle goes on. The keyed cover, washer, and right back where we started from was the nut. And see if any slack's getting taken out. That should look just like the other one. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful thing? Thanks for watching this section, tubes. Now this just bolts into the deck with these 4 bolts here. Thanks.